You are now tuned in to the Play Radio. We don't play. We don't play every day. That's what we do because we need to be serious, because we need to grow. And speaking of growth, thank you so much for listening to Submarine, because Submarine is a track that happened just like that. See how that happened? That's exactly how my experience was with this song, because I didn't intend, and I'm not even joking, I did not plan on making this song or dropping a song this soon. It wasn't something I planned in January after I dropped Rocket, you know? But I thought about it, and I was like, man, I know I just dropped an album. I know I didn't promote it as much as I am now, but I could see what it did, and that was enough to tell me that if I do it again better, I can get better results. So for me, my goal is not to drop a track, blow up, look famous, stop music. No, I'm doing this because at some point, all these songs are going to be like a whole big compilation that I can use one day by God's grace. And the music itself is speaking, because I was just talking to my friend Shavak. Shout out to Shavak, and I also call him Bach. And look out for his interview coming very soon. He's an amazing artist, amazing bass player. He's a drummer. He plays a keyboard. He's a producer. He sings. Yeah, this guy does everything pretty much. So you can check his music out, but I digress. You already know that with Submarine, I already came with a message. And that message is simply to tell you that whatever you do, you gotta do it with passion. Because if you don't do it with passion, it's not going to be, it won't be smooth. You won't even like it, because there'll be too much pressure on your hands, and you'll be like, ugh, I don't want to do this anymore. But I was talking about how you need to be just different, you know, with yourself, with your music, you know, like when you drop something, drop it for the reason that you want to drop it for a reason. Like, there needs to be a solid backing with the idea of what you carry, so that people can translate that into a message that they can understand. Comprende? So it's like, I was sitting one day, and this is how Submarine came around. First of all, I've been sitting on this beat for a year now, and I was like, this thing sounds mad. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but let it sit. And it sat for a year, and then all of a sudden, I heard this again, and I was like, whoa, is this happening? I was so excited. I was like, thank God, you know, let me get into it. And I didn't know how that track got picked until the moment I'm about to tell you. So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was like, oh, what are you doing during this quarantine season? What's your plan? Are you making new things? Are you growing? Are you getting better? Like, don't be idle. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing stuff, you know, I'm working, but at the same time, I know that there's some things I want to focus on that is taking my time. So I was like, how can I be effective? And I was able to find a lot of things. I've been able to build an online course. I've been able to drop this track, Submarine, and I got more stuff coming. So if you tuned into my last episode, first of all, and you've reached this point, thank you so much. The numbers are growing. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I really appreciate each and every one of you, because you guys are the bomb. And I'm just doing this because I believe in a dream. You know, I believe in goals, and these are goals that are going to be stretched out later in life. You know, you never know when you're going to use this. So I think I'm at this point where I'm putting out music so that this music can resonate. It can resonate. It can make somebody happy. It can put somebody in a good space, because the energy I'm sending out also has a grace. And I'm really like at this point where I feel like there should be a level of understanding that when you do music, or if you do anything, you have to do it with the right intent. So my one and my only time, let me say this again, the only time I had a chance to go on a show or a concert or a tour for an artist was Jay-Z's tour, and I was in Orlando, and I went by myself, and I enjoyed myself. But I was like, this is crazy. Like, look at me coming out here, spending money, trying to, see something. And I'm just watching. And then all of a sudden, I remember, and I'll never forget, Jay-Z on the stage, he said, set the intention. Just set the intention. And then when you set the intention, things will start to happen. And you're a genius already, so you just need to tap into it. And those things kept me going, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me have faith. Let me pray about it. Let me push through. Let me understand why my music sounds like this. And if you listen to Colorful Sounds, and this is what my friend Shavak was telling me, that I sound completely different from Colorful Sounds too. He's like, I switched it up on everybody in 2020, and it's like you were having this soulful vibe, and with music, and I'm like, it's not gone. I can't be boxed into a little category of music, then be like, oh, you switched up. I didn't really switch up. It's more of I advanced, I grew, and I was like, let me test this waters and see what it feels like in this kind of tone, in this kind of vibe. And I could see the results. So I believe that when you mix all the sounds together and you find what is true to you, then you start to replicate stuff that makes sense. So with my music, now I know, shout out to Tedrick, now I know how I can be able to build my audience. I know how I can be able to build my music, my catalogs. So those things matter. Those things really have a big effect on you. So with Submarine, I also got this insight when my mom was talking to me when I brought the story up the first time, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. And she was like, do you know I've written a book? I finished the book, and now it's with the editorial team, ready for publishing. And I'm like, what? A book? Some people take years to write a book. I've never written a book, so I can never understand. But a book, I know what a book is. So I was flabbergasted, and I was like, yo, wake up. Just wake up, like do something. So I listened to Rocket, I listened to Colorful Sounds too. I was like, what can I put out there that can blend in with what's happening and still make sense? And I thought about it, and I loved the idea. And the idea was to create a song. This is what Submarine needs. I was able to create a song, thank God, that explained this sad situation we're in, unfortunately, but it's a blessing in disguise, because you have to take everything in with a pinch of salt and also have faith about getting things better by capitalizing on the great stuff around you, whenever it is in a bad situation or good situation or great situation. So I was like, this is what I want to do with Submarine. I want to create a track that feels like we are inside a tunnel for a few minutes, and you just keep hearing this violin playing, and wow, 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 wow. That's all you're hearing, and you can't ignore it. You can't ignore this sound. So shout out to A.G.E the God, also known as Denzel Stone, also known as Ayo. Shout out to Houston too. And I was literally just playing this beat, and I was like, this is exactly what it feels like. This is what it sounds like. We're in a pandemic. We're in a situation where we have to control things, and thank God we're able to, have an experience, but at the same time, we need to be careful. So I was like, this is the best time to put out some music like this, where I can be able to grow and give you like the opportunity to understand how to build your sound around a time when things are happening. So when I was saying 12 o'clock, I was saying 9 o'clock. These are times that people love spending. 12 o'clock, everybody loves lunch. Everybody loves being outside. Everybody loves a great summer. Everybody loves a great swimming pool event. 9 o'clock, everybody likes to have some brunch in between, of course, or some little snack. And then in the evening around 9 p.m., you're ready to party. You're ready to have a great time. You're meeting new people. You're having dinner. You are making music. You're in a zone that's completely different from the daytime, because daytime requires you to be very just busy, but in the night, it's like you're still busy, but it's a different type of busy, because you have to be focused. You have to really know why you're up, because you could be sleeping, but if you think about everything, you can be able to, center and analyze everything that happens so that it makes complete sense, if that makes sense. So Submarine is like taking two verses and telling you that, oh, I'm in Noah's Ark. And why I said Noah's Ark is because in Noah's Ark, you were able to see yourself from inside. And when I say from inside, I mean like Noah. If you read the Bible and you know the story of Noah, you understand that Noah was building this ark, and it took a while. And while it took a while, people were laughing at him because they thought that, there was a rain that he said that was coming, that he was told about by God, and people refused to listen. So it's a very simple instruction. There's going to be rain. Okay, you laugh about it. Why? I don't know. But there's so many things that apply to people's knowledge and understanding that you have to still understand things from their point of view and still make sense out of it, so that you can deliver the right information, so that you can translate something right for them and for you. So in my head, all I'm thinking is, this is what it sounds like, this is what it feels like, this is what Submarine should be, because Submarine means you're under. So right now we're in a shelter, so that shelter is also responding to Noah, because that's the ark that he built, when the rain fell, when there was a flood. And I was like, when I said I'm in it, I said it in a way to show you that whatever I'm doing is a great representation of who I am right now, because spiritually I've grown, and at the same time it's very deep knowledge, understanding that even me, I'm still trying to understand. And I thank God every day because I'm also able to analyze things from a different perspective and still gain while I learn. I'm not perfect, but I think every day I strive to get better. So with this song, it's like I've been making this happen. I've been doing this. I don't have to get a Hollywood attention for this, but at the same time, that's something that people would love, because it is greatly appreciated, because people of value have that spotlight, and also other people who have not gotten a chance to be on that spotlight still have the potential too, because everybody that got there was something before. So it's really not stuck on anybody. It can be anybody at any time. So I just appreciate everything that happens, because I'm like, hey, you can do this, you can do that. Be in charge of your time, be in charge of everything, because I said TikTok, and that also referred to my last EP, which I dropped in 2018, and that was Talk the Talk. And I was like, yo, this is a vibe, listen to it and understand what the song is talking about, and then build from there, because we're all on time. Time is just a human-made thing. God is in charge of everything. So me, I'm just putting out my work out there, because one day it's gonna pay off, and literally, and it's because there is growth. There is growth, there's understanding. So I'm looking forward to the time where we can be able to grow, do stuff, become better together. That's why I was like, let's enjoy the summer together. And when we enjoy the summer together, we understand that this summertime is a time for us to work out. This is a workout track. This is something that you can bounce to. This is something you can enjoy, It's something that you can feel like doing, when you're just working or doing something. Like, it's not even bothering you. It's just a sound in the background, but at the same time, it's giving you energy. And anytime my friends have heard this song, they're like, whoa, yo, I like this song better than Rocket. And I'm like, whoa, that's great. At least that's improving, because when you do music, you're supposed to be better than your last track. You're supposed to be better than your last project. And that's really, really what I'm trying to do with Submarine. And there are other tracks coming out very soon. And these tracks are going to explain more about what I'm doing or why this is happening. And, like I have a fresh fashion line called We Don't Play. You can check it out. And if you go to Instagram and you just type in Play Inc. online, you'll see that there are some things that we talked about and some merchandise that we put out that brought an influence to people's decisions on how to work out, how to feel good. And I was like, yeah, this is it, and at the same time, you're sending a message, because we don't play. That's the name of this radio station. We don't play. This podcast has been growing since August last year, and I'm excited because I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know. Like, it's been very, very rocky, but thank you all for being with me, because it's going to get to a point where I'm going to diversify the knowledge and get other people on here. So right now, it's just us building the surface, building the foundation. And all I'm trying to say is, I just need to get you guys to understand that Submarine is available on all platforms. Check the link in my bio in the description. And also, you can bump this anywhere and also understand when you listen that you're in charge of your time and you can do what you can do by yourself. And when God helps you, you got everything. You don't need an extra person. So if you're building a team, if you're building a fortress, whatever you're trying to put out there, make sure that it makes sense and make sure that you have a strategy and have faith, because these things happen. You can get discouraged easily because of what's going on, but don't let that distract you. Don't let that come in the way, and it's a big thing to say. So yeah, that's what I will tell you. So understand that, believe that Submarine, when you hear Submarine, just be happy, be ecstatic, be grateful for your day, understand that things are happening and, God bless you. So, all I'm just trying to say is be yourself, be in charge of your time, be in charge of your music, be in charge of your sound, be in charge of your art, be in charge of your passion, and you will see what it grows in for you. So I did this track during the quarantine season, and I told Tedrick, yo, let's record. So I went to record at his house, and when I went to his house, it was like, whoa, let's get this thing jumping. Started from scratch. And I usually record with the voice memo, and I use the voice memos app to record my music. So I was like, this is the app I'm going to use. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm building something that is going to become something else when it's done. And I didn't know what it was going to be until the song came back to me when I finished it, because I was like, this is what I want to add, this is what I want to take out. There's so many things in production and arrangement that goes in the process, and it's a mixing process, which I enjoy because it's what keeps the song alive, and you have to keep that song strong so that it can last and stand the test of time. So with this particular song, that was a goal, and it was achieved, thank God. So right now, when you listen to it, understand that it is a time when you need to listen, enjoy yourself, feel good, build a fortress, like build people around you. When I said surround around the ground, it's like you have your family, you have your friends, you have people, like these people are around you. So these people need to be the fortress, they need to be the pillars around you. So when you build it, you have to show them how to split the bills, split the skills, accept the fact that you have skills that you can spit. You can be able to, when I say spit, when you spit with rap, you're spitting. It's like you're literally giving somebody a taste of your medicine. So what you can do with that is you can give them a sound, you can give them a vibe, and show them how your skills are important to you and how it can be beneficial to them because they came to you. And then when I talked about the kids, I was like, yep, that's another thing, because I'm like, this is what the kids need to hear, show them what it really means to the kids, because I mean a lot to my brother, I mean a lot to my friends, I mean a lot to people, and people mean the most dear to me, so they're friends and family that you can't ignore, and you have to pay attention to those things, because life is a great cycle, it's a circle of life, so shout out to Lion King. But I'm just enjoying myself. I'm in this space where I'm feeling great. Music is doing amazing for me now, and I'm enjoying the sounds I'm creating, because I'm like, whoa, like, this is what's happening. I don't know who's gonna hear this. This is a sound that I may have created that may catch a wave on, but you never know. So right now I'm in like this process where it's just growing, taking everything step by step. And when you listen to Submarine, when you listen to Rocket, when you listen to Colorful Sounds 2, when you listen to Road to Universal, when you listen to Genesis, when you listen to Thank You, when you listen to any track, Talk the Talk, you can be able to understand that, these are tracks that once upon a time meant something and still do, because that was a memory left. And that's just what music really does. So in this track, I already know what the story was, or like I told you guys how it even came to be, because it was not even planned. But I was like, yep, this is the song I'm gonna do, and I'm going to release it. And when I did release it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like everybody's going ham now. So it's just building, I'm not even done with promotion. It's just every week just gets better. So I'm putting it on all platforms, which already is on all platforms, and now it's on the podcast, which I'm excited about. And now I can be able to give you guys some little more information about how this track was formed, or why it was formed, or when it was formed. So it's for people who just want to work out, have a great time, feel good, feel happy to be alive. When you listen to Rocket 2, you feel the same way. And I was like, let me keep that same energy rocking, because I already started something. I don't want to take you down with like a slow song and then bring you back up. I want to keep that momentum, because Rocket was a new year, so it was like, boom, Rocket, let's go. Then Submarine is like, you're going under. And then the next tracks are going to have a different vibe too. So it's like, you need to know why the songs are being made. Like there's an emotional attachment to it that gives you the understanding that, oh, this is why it sounds like this. This is why I'm just boom, 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 boom. All those things are happening. So you need to just understand how to create that presence around you. Simple. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about for Submarine. And if you haven't heard this track by now, please go and listen to it. It's a great track. There's so much you can learn from it, and you can check the lyrics out on Genius, because honestly speaking, there's so much information that you may not know, which I was like, ooh, this would be great to inform you about. So yep. So that's what I would like to tell you. And I really understand that you have to do things sometimes when it doesn't make sense, because I could have easily not done this song and released it. I was actually like, let me release this song later, but I was like, who am I kidding? I gotta drop it now. So I did it, and I was like, thank God. And now I can see the results. I can see what people are doing. And one of my friends, shout out to Leon Cargo, and he sent me a message the other day, and I was like, yo bro, This is crazy. How do you tell me about a story that we had back in grade 5, like 5th grade, like high school, like back in the day, and he was telling me a story, and it's also going to be out. I told him I'm going to release that little, visual or that audio clip, in a song one day, and you'll hear it. But the way he said that stuff, I was like, yo, that was me in 5th grade. That just means it just told me a story. I was like, damn, this is something I've been doing forever. I've been doing this since God knows when, and I'm so grateful to be here, where I can be able to express my talent and just speak my mind, because I also write my own lyrics. I have to flow. And another app you guys can use if you're a rapper, if you really, really love writing poems, music, poetry, reading poetry, reading other people's lyrics, writing your lyrics, understanding, how you can be able to jot information and, coin words. This is the best app for you. It's called Rhymer's Block. Shout out to Livy So Fine, Olivia, and she told me about it sometime last year, and I've also seen my friend Mide doing it too, and I'm like, yo, Rhymer's Block app on iStore, on the Apple Store, on App Store, on any store, on that store. Yeah, so that store I was talking about, it's just the situation that it is right now, and it's like, hey, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Let me just say it like that, because I'll keep going on, and I want you guys to go listen to the track, because I want you guys to enjoy the music while you hear it. And while you listen to the track, please follow, subscribe, share, tweet, just be part of the movement. Go on TikTok, go on Triller, enjoy yourself, and play the music out, and I really appreciate your feedback. I'd love to hear what you guys think. This is for you, and whatever you got, do it. Do it to the best of your ability, because you got to do it strong and maintain that passion, that strive for success. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. So go ahead, do what you got to do. Go listen to the track. I appreciate each and every one of you. Also, before I go, I got an online course called Business and Branding Pro Tips. Please go listen to it. There's so much information you can grab from there. It's a course that is pretty much for professionals who want to be entrepreneurs and learn more about their business and how they can grow and what they can use with organic content that can build themselves a brand that can stand out. I don't want to say much more than that. So go check it out, and go check out the track Submarine. Thank you each and everyone for listening. If you've gotten to this point, God bless each and every one of you. I'm about to get some work done, so it's a weekend. Enjoy yourselves, feel good, enjoy the sun, go out, please wear your masks. Just be safe. Just be safe, limit your movements, and that's what I would say. Just be in that space of mentality that can grow into something that is more beneficial to you. Yeah, so I love each and every one of you. Take good care of yourselves. It's time to go. I'm done. I'm out. Take care. Peace out. Cheers.